So the lift handle was sticking. It would stay in the unlatched position, and so I just sprayed it like crazy until it worked, and you can see it's working a little bit. And then I looked up in there and saw that the pin was really corroded. So I was going to replace that pin, but then I found, well, I should say it was Christmas, and this website offered free shipping and a 20% discount, so I went and purchased the whole part. Now I'm going to change it. So let me show you how I'm going to do that. I'm going to need to take the license plate and license plate frame off, so I have 2 Torx screws here to take off, because what is going on here is this whole unit right here with the license plate lights is going to be replaced. So let's get going on that. Next, we're going to want to remove the light. And we're going to have to remove the hand grab. So let me show you the handle detail. This is the inside. Those are the little clips, and those are the little tabs. So they come together, and you stick your tool in here and pop these little tabs off. This piece comes out. So there it is, back in place, because you don't need to remove it. However, if you do, there's one long screw here, and then the other 2 screws and the screw on the light side are all the same size. Length, I should say. Alright, I wanted to show you how I took it off, but it just fell right off. So I started on this end, and I popped off this one body panel rivet, and then I popped off the second one down here, and then it literally just fell off. And all of the body panel pieces are in place. So after I got 2 started, it came apart. End of story. So here's the new part. Let's take a look at it. Keep it over the bench. Oh, we've already taken a look at it. Anyway, so what we're going to find is there are 4 screws that hold it on. 2 on the end and 2 right here on the handle. We have one plug-in for the license plate lights, so I'm going to unplug it and then take these 4 nuts off. And I'll go ahead and do that. It's kind of hard to get the camera in there. It's pretty tight with the latch halfway down, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Alright, just to make life a little bit easier, mainly because I didn't want to drop that last nut, I did disconnect the wiper motor to give me access to the last screw right here, which is hidden behind the electrical connector here. So sorry about that, but the other one I was able to get off. And there's also a cable right here to disconnect it where the handle goes in. So I haven't disconnected that yet, but it looks pretty easy and straightforward. Can't really see any action, so I'll disconnect all that. Okay, we're out. So I did break this one little tab here because it locks into place. So it kind of just snaps in place when you reinstall it, and then it'll be held for you to start your nuts with in your 4 places. So once you get that on, the cable, which was the hardest to get off, the way you get the cable off is there's this little yellow tab, safety tab. You pick that off, and then you just, I used a screwdriver to pop it out, and then you bring it up and around. I had to have the handle depressed. Then you bring it up and around and unlock it that way. So that's how I did it, and I'll explain it again with the cable end. So like I was saying, you disconnect this little yellow tab here. You just spread it apart, slide it down, and then you pop the end off of the latch license plate light assembly, and then you can disconnect the cable. And all the time you have it depressed, you have it in the open position. So that was fun. Now reassembly should be a whole lot easier, so I'm going to snap it in place, connect the cable, and then connect all of the nuts. Let's see if that works. Alright, got everything cleaned up, ready for reassembly. Here we go. And let's see. Looks like it's pretty idiot-proof with the license plate light connection in there. It's only going to go in one way. So we'll just snap it in place here. There we go, all done. Alright, so now I'll put the cable on and then the 4 nuts. So, there we go, cable's in. Did you see it? I don't know, I'll look at it in editing. And we'll just pop this guy back on, off camera. I was actually able to pull the motor away enough to get a socket onto the nut here, so that's how I finished it off. If I ever do this job again, now I know, instead of using a wrench. Alright, so this will connect the tail lights here, the license plate lights, I'm sorry. Now we'll just put the panel back on, put the light in and the handle, and we're done. Alright, so I was mistaken. You only need to take this screw out. You can leave the handle assembly in, but this screw has to come out, and you can leave the other 2 screws in, and I'll show you on the panel. So here you can see on the panel, 1 screw goes in here, and on the light side 1 screw goes in here, so we definitely have to take those screws out. So now we will install the panel and then the 2 screws, and then we'll be done. Almost done. Alright, that looks a little different. Also, my license plate lights are cleaner. So let's look at the old one again, and I'll put the plates on off camera. And the old one. So anyway, I was just going to replace that pin. I was going to make one on the lathe, just drive it out, put it on, but like I said, I found it on sale, so I just went ahead and purchased the replacement part.